Eilat, Israel. Let's do it. That's right, guys. We're out here on the southernmost city in Israel, Eilat, a busy port and popular tourist resort destination along the Red Sea. We arrived early in the morning, crossing the border in Aqaba, Jordan to Eilat. It is a high security zone there, so keep that in mind if you should try to cross the border from Aqaba to Eilat. But once you're in Eilat, the tensions release and you're in a total resort town that reminds you of any resort town you would find basically in the United States or Europe. So we were en route to Jerusalem, but we decided to stay a little bit here in Eilat and check out the town. So we ended up renting a room at the hostel in the downtown area. So we decided to do some exploring and swimming in the Red Sea. So here we are at the very edge of the Red Sea. The interesting thing about this particular region is right over there is Egypt. Obviously we're in Israel. Right here is Jordan. And just down the peninsula there is Saudi Arabia. 4 countries intersect right here on this little bay area on the Red Sea. And actually this part of the Red Sea is the Gulf of Eilat or the Gulf of Aqaba, depending on what country you're standing. And another interesting point to mention about Eilat here is there's only 2 main airports in the country of Israel, one in Tel Aviv and the other one is here in Eilat, right along the Red Sea. So now you know that about Israel. All right guys, after a quick dip in a nice, beautiful, clear, warm Red Sea, now we're gonna go walk around the town and see what's up here. Yes, we did go for a swim, but unfortunately the GoPro footage did not come out as we expected, so we opted not to use it. But when you're swimming there, it is fairly warm water and clear. So it's a nice experience, flat, not heavy waves right here. And they say the further you go out, the more coral you will see. We visited here in early September, and I can say that it's not as busy because of the heat as it would be, say, if you show up in October or March, April, when it really picks up around here. And the population of Eilat is around 52,000 people. It is a arid desert climate with temperatures exceeding 40 degrees Celsius or 104 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. In the winter, you can expect weather around 21 degrees Celsius or 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Really nice temperatures for the winter, I would say. After all, they do average 360 days of sunshine per year. And because of that, you'll find many different resorts and theme parks and gaming facilities around the waterfront here and uptown, making it a popular tourist destination with domestic travel here in Israel. And here we are crossing the bridge where the lagoon entrance is. In this area you can find many different attractions like jet skis, the Atlantis attraction, and other types of boats like banana boats right here. And the hotel you're looking at there is called the Queen of Sheba Eilat, in case you're looking for a hotel to research. And as we continue to take a stroll along the boardwalk here along the waterfront, you'll see there's plenty of modern day shopping available here in Eilat. Lots of malls actually. They have 2 big malls that I saw. So why is Eilat so popular? Well, aside from the fact it is of territorial advantage for Israel here, being that it sits right along the Red Sea, so that's important for the port. But the main thing that draws the tourist in is the glimmering sea, but the world's best aquatic life, some would argue, since the Red Sea is known as the best place for snorkeling, diving, and other water sports. Now here's an interesting fact about Eilat. It actually means grove of tall trees in Hebrew. So that makes you wonder, what kind of biblical history would you imagine to see down here? And from my experience, there was a little bit of history that was on the outskirts of town. We didn't quite get out there, but not really too much historical stuff is going to be found in Eilat, although it is close proximity to the Sinai Peninsula, and as you know, that's where Mount Sinai is, where Moses received the commandments. And you could see this area right here where Mia is in the winter time or the spring or late fall. This is going to be packed with people. But because we're here in the summertime and it's 104 degrees Fahrenheit out, not too many people here. But you'll notice there is a bit of a breeze, a strong wind, but it's a hot wind like an oven.
Well, one thing I will say about Eilat is they do have a lot of toys just kind of hanging out here in the marina. I'd assume it's because it's the summertime, which is probably off season, but I know that during fall, spring, that's when all those toys get their good use. Banana boats, party boats, speed boats, you can see it all right there. Jet skis.
So as the day was going along here, we started to research the route to Jerusalem, and we were in search of the transit center, which we discovered was near the mall, but also there's a transit center up the hill. So in the meantime, we're just showing you guys around the mall as we're looking for the transit center. So we decided to stop in and get some food. As you can see, Eilat has a lot of variety of food, which is in stark contrast to Jordan, which is for the most part shawarma and other Jordanian cuisines. Here in Eilat, you're gonna find all sorts of cuisine from across the world, from Asian to American and everything in between. And just in case you're wondering how long it took to get to Jerusalem from here, because we ended up making that trek, it is about 4.5 to 5 hours on a bus, and those bus tickets are around $35, I want to say. I don't remember the exact price because we had to pay in shekels instead of a credit card, so I don't have the receipt, and I didn't have the conversion rate at the time. It was moving very quickly when we actually purchased those tickets.
All right, guys, we've come up the hill here. This is the city center. Eilat has about 50,000 people that live here. Because of its proximity to the Red Sea, you would think that it would be a port town, but it's really a tourist hub. So if you look right behind me here, you can see the Eilat Museum, and you can see this pyramid here that has some damage. I'm not sure the exact history of what caused some of the damage, but if you guys know, drop a comment below informing everybody. And if you look behind me, you can see the tax-free mall. Both sides of the road near the tax-free mall have restaurants, bars, and shopping. There's something to do with this location that makes it tax exempt. All right, guys, we are now on the bus. We're headed to Jerusalem. This one's gonna be a 4.5-hour bus ride.
So overall, I would say Eilat is a great place for water sport activities. It is hot, good weather. If you're trying to get away from the snow in the wintertime, head to Eilat. You're gonna get lots of sunshine. With that being said, we'll see you on the next one from Jerusalem.